Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Panda Watch. Coming in hot with Steven Zebrak, with always.
It's your boy Kev Ma. What up? What up? What's up?
I'll tell you what's up, man. We got some theme music for Panda
Yo,
Watch.
is that what I was just hearing? Is that what that amazing angelic sound was coming through the speakers?
Yep, that was our intro music courtesy of Steve Spivak.
Is it DJ Supernova?
DJ
What up?
Supernova.
There he is. What's up? Shout out to the homie. That was some really good scratching and like a real panda.
Yeah, that was the bear sound. He was like, when he told us, he's like, don't be weirded out by that sound. That's like an actual panda.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the PandaWatch podcast is all about being 100, keeping it 100, authenticity. Yo, I mean, like, who goes above and beyond the Call of Duty for you? Your boys.
yeah, exactly. I mean, we got E-Money with the logo, which looks great.
Yep.
And then Steve, aka
Shout out to E-Money.
Yeah, aka DJ Supernova with the intro.
Yes. And that's him scratching, which is really dope.
Yeah, that is great.
Well done, sir.
I guess he's getting his PhD in fucking scratching.
Hey, man, the doctor on the turntables, the doctor of public health.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. That's great. I mean, coming a long way. Coming a long way.
From bar mitzvahs in Arlington.
Would you say that Panda Watch has started from the bottom?
I would not say that. And if you ever do that again, I'll punch you.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're recording remotely.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I mean, we have definitely had some different experimentations with our theme music.
Yeah,
ranging from me thinking it was a great idea for me to pretend beatbox, which never went well, even though I had a good time enjoying it.
Because every week it would be something like really bad, and I would just laugh the entire time.
I mean, I feel like bad is not an accurate way to describe it. It'd be different, and it wouldn't be your best beatboxing, but you couldn't do it.
No, I of course I couldn't do it. That's why I didn't do it.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we got the intro music, got the logo. We're coming in hot.
I mean, we're like a real podcast now. I feel official, like a referee with a whistle. So shout out to everybody who's helped along the way, E-Money and DJ Supernova.
Right.
All right. Panda Watch, ready to go. What we got, Z?
I feel like the only thing that can screw us up now is like Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, the Miss Universe pageant was Sunday night, and on live television, Steve Harvey read the wrong country for the winner.
Wait. He gave us something that will go down in like TV history.
Yeah, that was great.
TV infamy, obviously. But that was beautiful.
It was great. And for more specifics on the story, I mean, I'm sure this, but the way that he read Miss Columbia as the winner when really she was the first runner-up, because you always have in those pageants 2 runners-up. The second runner-up was Miss USA, go America. She was hot too, Miss USA. So was Miss Columbia, obviously.
They are Miss Universe, representing their respective nations. Something tells me they're sending their A crop.
I'm just saying, like, comparatively.
Okay.
They're hot. So, yeah.
That's what we do here at Panda Watch. We point out the obvious.
Yeah, exactly. It's what I get paid for. So, yeah, he read first runner-up as Miss Columbia, completely missing that the 2015 winner section clearly said Miss Philippines.
What I don't understand is, as live as this show was, why weren't they on tape delay?
I don't even think tape delay would have helped, because they were so it took them like 2.5 minutes to fix the problem.
I mean, he did have that dramatic pause down to a science, though.
Yeah, which makes me think, or makes me wonder, Do you think it was on purpose?
I I mean, it depends on what side of the belief system you're on. Like, if you believe in good, you'd be like, "Damn, Steve just made an honest mistake." You also probably point out, "Wow, Steve Harvey cannot read." Um, or if you think that Steve Harvey is just trying to garner some kind of ratings for the network himself and all types of things, then yeah, it was intentional. But
Yeah,
I personally think that Steve can't read.
I think he messed up too. I don't
I
think.
think he messed
Yeah,
up. Because what the sad part about it is that show is live, but you rehearsed that, Steve. Like, that wasn't your first time. They didn't just send you out there with a microphone and be like, "All right, here you go, host this."
right.
Like, you've rehearsed, and you should probably know that the emphasis is not on the first runner up, my man.
Right.
It is on the champion. That
Right.
is
Exactly.
that is pageant show hosting 101.
Plus, also when you don't you know that once you see the runner up next to the first, or did you just like skip over that part?
Aren't you asking like some real questions? Like, hey, just to make sure, the Philippines is the winner, and Miss Colombia is in first. She's first runner up, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
that was great.
I just can't wait till SNL gets a hold of this because it's going to be. It's just going to be gold.
Yeah, Keenan's gonna crush it. I just know it.
They're having a new episode this week, right?
Oh, I don't know. They usually take. I doubt it. Right next to Christmas. They usually
Gosh,
don't.
man, they might
Yeah.
have to special edition this thing. Just have a whole 1 hour dedicated to the Miss Universe concert
Yeah.
contest.
That should be the cold opening for whenever they come back. That's for sure.
Yeah. Gosh, Steve, man, thank you very much. That was awesome.
Yeah, Steve Harvey in the high tops. Couldn't get it. Steve Hightower in the high tops.
Yeah, but did you see that suit and that bow tie?
No, I wasn't
Man,
focusing on that.
yeah,
It was
Steve
good.
was killing it. I mean, that was definitely Steve Harvey collection.
Oh yeah, you knew he wouldn't disappoint in that department.
Yeah, the kid came up very sharp, sharp. Huff, tuff, 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 tuff.
Yeah. Um, moving on from one disappointing act.
Dude, I'm gonna need you to pick your energy up right now. Where are
Yeah.
you at?
Sorry,
Oh,
man.
don't leave that story. We have to address, or at least just send our condolences and our thoughts out to Vegas. That lady who was apparently just driving her car down a sidewalk in Vegas,
Oh
mowing
yeah,
people down.
that was nuts.
One person died, 37 people injured because a young lady was behind the wheel of a vehicle and drove from pretty much the street onto the sidewalk, clipping people in a scene that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, they said it was near the Paris intersection, or by Hotel Paris. Or that's crazy.
It's just crazy. I mean, they said that I've read articles that said that she was a young lady that was like, in and out of the juvenile system, but she had changed her life for the better. And I guess she just had a rough patch and holy shit, went bonkers.
Yeah, and she had a kid in the car with her too, a 3-year-old, I think.
Yeah.
And he thankfully he was fine. But yeah, that is the yeah. I don't even know what to say about that.
Mental health people, we need to pay attention to it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, where are we going now?
We're going to the NFL.
I mean, follow that up with the NFL. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Follow mental health. Yep, definitely need to.
Here we go. I mean,
Um,
this was a big weekend in the league.
Yeah, I mean it's huge. Week 15, obviously, so it's the 14th game on everyone's schedule. And I mean the Giants. I'll say this about the game: they came back and they fought
Who the
really
Giants
hard.
play?
What?
Who the Giants play?
The Panthers.
Okay.
The now 14-0 Carolina Panthers. They came at him. They were getting blown out of the water at first. I think they were down at one point 35-7. And over the second half of the third quarter and the fourth quarter, they came back, fought, and tied it up, which was incredible.
But before the Giants were getting punished, as you just mentioned, meanwhile, O.D. Beckham was getting shut down.
Yeah, he was. You know what? It started the first drive. They were on the 50, and they run a great play. He runs kind of like a almost like a corner post, like a double move type thing, and he's wide open down the middle of the field. Eli throws the ball perfectly to him, and right in his hands, right in stride, drops it.
Whoa. You ain't never seen that from the kid, especially with those sticky gloves.
Yeah, no. Yeah, maybe it would have been better if he tried to one-hand it, but he dropped it. It was a sure touchdown, easy touchdown, and I think it all went downhill from there. And Norman just got in his head.
I mean, it seems like Norman was in his head before he dropped that, right?
It must have been. Yeah,
he's not dropping that pass any other game.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He was clearly hyped up for this one.
Well, there was also reports that the Carolina Panthers, I guess they do it every game, the defensive backs bring out baseball bats.
Yeah.
Because they want to quote bring the wood, which
right.
I think I usually save that for like Friday or Saturday nights. But I mean, if they want to do it Sunday on the field, that's fine. I
mean, that term's been around, like laying the wood, right? Bringing the wood.
Right. Yeah.
I guess at different times, different meanings.
And there were some pregame scuffles too. So, it didn't just start on the field.
Okay.
Or it didn't just start in the first quarter. It started before that.
Can I ask you a question though?
Of course.
I think I read that ODB said he felt threatened because they had baseball bats. Did he think that somebody was going to let them swing actual baseball bats at a professional football game?
Yeah, I don't think. I'm not sure if he said he felt threatened because of the bats or because what they were saying. Like apparently at one point, Norman was like, "I'm going to end your career," or something like that. And allegedly, and who knows? Maybe Josh Norman meant it as in like, "I'm going to shut you down so bad, like your career will be done," or if he meant like, "I'm literally going to injure you and end your career."
I'm gonna hit you so hard, your grandmama gonna feel it.
Yeah, we know what happened to that guy.
Mm.
But
Alvin Mack, baby.
But yeah, I mean, either way, whole lot of fighting in between plays, a lot of like punches thrown, slaps thrown, stuff like that.
Both ways or one way?
It started both ways. Then it got really one way. Beckham was the aggressor for most of the game, and it didn't look. It wasn't a good look for him.
I mean, he pretty much lunged at him like he was a character in Street Fighter with that helmet to helmet.
That third quarter hit was really bad. Yeah, that was Norman was leaning over the pile like assist. I guess he didn't really assist in the tackle. He was just there. And Beckham, like a lot of guys will do, is run back towards the play and lay a block on somebody, but they do it like standing up, or the guy's facing them, or they'll shove his chest. Beckham just went flying helmet first into Josh Norman's jaw. I don't know how he didn't get hurt on that play. Josh Norman, I mean. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got to see the video. He launched himself like a torpedo. It's ridiculous. But clearly, Josh Norman didn't feel it because he just ate that. And he's like, oh, well, this idiot is just nosediving at me, kamikaze flying through the air.
Yeah, it was not a good look for Beckham. I mean, he needs, and the league suspended him. He's appealing it.
Gosh damn it.
Yeah.
Fantasy football. That's not helping anybody. You little diva.
And they have a big they need to win their next 2 games. That's what it is.
That's what it is, homie. That's what it is.
And they play a really good Minnesota team Sunday night, so they need them.
Well,
He's appealing it, so we'll see what
The
happens.
Panthers are the real deal. Cam Newton for MVP. If it
Oh
ain't
yeah,
apparent now, it better be because
5 more touchdowns.
the kid's the truth.
5 more touchdowns with more big scrambles, including the one to set up the game-winning field goal. Yeah,
Yeah. And 100 yards on the
that dude,
ground.
that dude's winning.
First
He did
quarterback.
some. Yeah,
You got it.
I'll let you go.
Nah, man. After you, brother.
No, do your thing.
Oh, okay. First quarterback to have over 5 touchdowns, 100 yards rushing, and was it 300 yards passing or
Yeah,
60%?
300 yards passing, 100 yards rushing, or 5 passing touchdowns and 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, kid's the truth.
Yeah.
Cam Newton.
He's MVP. That's.
You're the real MVP, brother.
Oh, thanks, man.
Enough talking about Cam.
Oh yeah, well, him too.
We can't leave without bringing my worst nightmare is like potentially going to happen.
Yeah, what's with the Colts?
The Indianapolis Colts could potentially miss the playoffs, which is not. I mean, after the way the season was projected to play out, it's very disheartening.
Right.
They went from on paper having the best offense in the league to barely scoring 14 points a game. And on top of that, the Colts now making playoffs potentially, barring a miracle. Shout out to New York City crime.
Yeah, I mean, my window's closed. That's how loud that siren is.
The DC football team might make the playoffs.
Yeah, this is terrifying to me too.
It would be my nightmare.
Well, actually, you know what I'm worried the most about? I'm worried how it could affect the bar crawl.
I mean, it could be very detrimental to the bar crawl.
Yeah, it could mess it up real bad. We'd have to have a very serious internal discussion about next steps. We may depending on what time. If it's the night game, we can still get away with our setup. If it's that means if they play on Saturday, obviously there's 50-50 chance they play on Sunday. Correct. If they make it.
Yeah.
So if they play on Saturday, we'll have to do something different. If they play the night game Saturday, we'd be fine ending at Hunan. If they play the day game, we may have to shorten the crawl to just 2 stops, which I'd prefer not to do. But in order to pacify our audience, it would probably be the best thing to do because I don't want to. Oh, I mean, it could still theoretically work. We can get them all leaving at halftime. Halftime's a good 15, 20 minutes they can get from one bar to the next. But I just don't know if I want to risk going into the next bar with. But that's a different discussion for a different day.
Yeah, and thanks for taking the listeners on a ride down the owners meeting of the bar crawl.
Yeah, I mean, I was letting them know my fears, and that's my fear.
Oh man, you just open yourself up to the audience, which I think is a very, very big move of you.
I'm trying to connect.
Yeah, that's mad deep, yo.
Yeah. But anyways, that's our fear. Giants and Colts out and Redskins in. And
black.
Yeah. That would be bad.
Makes me want to drink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be faced.
Speaking of face, are we going NBA or are we going college right here?
We're going college because I had an excellent college basketball weekend. I had a bad NFL weekend, but I had an excellent college basketball weekend. To start, GW cracks the top 25. They're number 21 right now. They're only lost to Cincinnati. They won Saturday, but that's not my main focus. My main focus is
what is your main focus then?
The CBS College Sports Basketball Classic in Barclays Center.
Who did it involve?
It involved the first game, the North Carolina Tar Heels versus the UCLA Bruins, and Carolina won. Started off rocky. UCLA shot really well from the field in the first half. Carolina went into the second half tied though. They managed to come back and tie it up. In the second half, it was pretty much all heels. They couldn't miss. Bryce Johnson just went nuts in the second half. He ended up with 27.
Jumps really, really high.
Yeah, he ended up with 27 and with some really nice dunks. Page had a nice second half. Kid Jackson had a nice second half too. So they played really well. They got it together and they pulled ahead and they stayed ahead. So
Sounds like a happy North Carolina fan.
yeah, and
Who'd you go with?
our boy Matt Walker. Shout out to Matt.
Shout out to the guy with no shape up. What up?
He was a happy dude because we were either gonna get happy drunk or we were gonna get sad drunk, and I'm just glad it was happy drunk.
Either way, you guys were gonna get drunk.
Oh, of course we were.
Oh,
but what made Matt and I even happier was the second game.
Oh yeah, tell me about the second game.
Now the second game was between the Ohio State Buckeyes and this blue team from Kentucky.
Come on, man. Pay your respect. Pay your respects.
The University of Kentucky Wildcats was
Yeah.
That was bad.
No, that was great.
That was bad. Yeah, so that was the second game. And Kentucky did not look sharp. Actually, the game was pretty sloppy for the first like 6 or 7 minutes, I thought. But I don't know. I mean, obviously, we'll get your take in a second. But it was great because Kentucky was losing the entire game pretty much. We stayed.
Okay, wait. Paint a picture.
I just want to say we stayed until about 14 minutes left in the second half. So we left a little early.
Why'd y'all leave?
We had been there for 4 hours. We were there with Matthew's girlfriend, Carol Sabatino.
Shout out to Sabo.
And we were there with
we were dropping names on the podcast there.
Dropping a lot of names. And with Katie as well, Katie Frank.
Oh man, shout out.
But so yeah, we stayed. We were there for like 4 hours, so we just decided, enough was enough. Kentucky was losing. We were happy, and we left.
I am so glad I didn't come watch that game with you guys. But so what did you take away by watching Kentucky for the first 26 minutes of that game?
I thought their fans were pretty fantastic. There was a man who must have been in his late 40s with like his 15, 16-year-old son sitting next to us. And the dude went on a tangent about Tide sneakers. So like,
yeah, this is good.
One of the Ohio State players, like his shoe came untied after a basket. So he was stopping and tying his shoe and, they stopped the clock. And the guy goes, "Oh yeah, let's all stop the game so you can tie your shoe." And he's like, you're an athlete, you're 18, 19, 20 years old, and you can't even have your shoe tied. I mean, what's going on with this? It was absolutely hysterical.
Hey man, when the Kentucky fans or any fan gets after it, it's a beautiful thing. But I mean, Steven, the guy had a good point. Why can't you keep your shoes tied?
I don't know. It's a good point, but it's not one to get that upset about.
No, I mean, it's the most asinine thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's hilarious though, because that's what some fans in Kentucky and other places, yeah, they like to look at that part of the basketball game.
Right. And there were some other like, and as always, whenever you watch like high level sports with people who are fanatical about it.
Yeah.
They stress on the stupidest things ever. And they start nitpicking everything, and they start thinking like everything's going against them. It's pretty great.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I mean, we all go through those stages where we're just like, if we're really passionate about a team, we're like, man, they're just out to get us. But the older or more experienced and wiser you get, the more you're just like, wow, they're competing against another high level team, and stuff goes their way sometimes too.
Right, exactly. And Ohio State played well for the most part.
Which brings me to my point. Kentucky got their tail kicked. I didn't see the first half because I was too busy giving back to the community, coaching the youth, which was a very, very depressing game. But
oh yeah, worse than the Kentucky game.
I mean, yes, just barely, but yes, worse than the Kentucky game. But the second half, I had plans of watching the DVR, but I saw Kentucky was down by double digits, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to contain myself. So I watched the start of the second half. Kentucky can play no defense. They can keep nobody in front of them except for the guards, but the guards are too busy fouling sometimes because they're too excited.
Right.
We have a 7 feet tall center, and it's okay if you can't get a rebound, but you have to offer some kind of resistance at the back line of the defense. And to watch him play backline defense is very sad. It is very disheartening. And it's almost as if the kid hasn't played a lot of basketball. He's jumping at pump fakes when he's the tallest person. You should just wait until they jump and then block them.
Right.
But this is all stuff that it sounds like he hasn't played a lot of basketball. And for him to be coming in with all that hype to be the number 2 recruit, I guess it was totally unfair, which it usually is. But as a whole, Kentucky just can't get a stop. It's like you're not going to score every point. Like Jamal Murray, he is capable of going bonkers like he did. The kid hit 7 of 8 threes in the second half. I think he had 28. He could not miss, and nobody could guard him.
Yeah, he was going nuts.
Were you guys there for that run?
I think we probably left by that point, or I just stopped caring.
Yeah.
One or the other.
So long story short, Kentucky, they got exactly what they deserved. Until they realize that they have to guard somebody, they're going to lose to teams they should not lose to. And Ohio State was one of those teams. But give Ohio State credit.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I did not join you guys up in Brooklyn to watch North Carolina win, which would have made me cry, and then watch Kentucky lose, which would have made me cry even more.
Yeah. Would have gone back to elementary school, Kevin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I haven't cried since then.
Yeah.
And that's real, son.
Yeah. I mean, how could you after all that? Probably all cried out.
You're right. I used to cry a lot, people. I used to cry too damn much. Matter of fact, speaking of my youth team, guess who I see who once upon a time made me cry while playing baseball?
Who?
Umpire Dave Mahar.
Oh, yeah.
He is a consultant, sometimes a coach for the 12 and under team in Arlington.
Oh, nice.
So once upon a time, Kevin used to throw his bat after, hitting ropes to right field because I had amazing opposite field power. I used to get a little excited. Yeah, shut up. I used to get a little excited and throw my bat. And one time Dave was like, yo, dude, you got to stop doing that. Threw the bat, tossed out the game, and man, did the sprinklers start on that one. Easy way to get Kevin triggered.
That happens though. You're not the only kid who has ever done that. So.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that for that therapy session. It was awesome.
I'm just trying to help. So we got anything more on college basketball?
There were some good games. UVA played Villanova, and UVA got them at home. You can expect to see that like a Sweet 16 matchup. Duke lost, so we always love that.
Oh yeah, that was the other part of my happy college basketball weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I almost forgot about this. So obviously the section I was in or we were in was heavy Carolina section and also heavy Kentucky when that started. Anyways, heavy Carolina section. On the Jumbotron, there were some kids wearing Duke shirts, and when I say kids, like 10 years old, right? As soon as they pop on the Jumbotron, ooh,
jeez,
they let them rip. It was Matthew and I were cracking up. Oh man, I was dying. It was so funny.
Were they the ball boys or something like that?
No, they were just in the crowd. They were like sprinkled here and there were some like people in other shirts. Like there was a Michigan State shirt in there somewhere.
I think I saw like a Joe Namath jersey out there too.
Oh yeah, I mean it's New York. People just wear whatever they want in terms of like when they go to a sporting event. That's what I mean. Like it's nuts, but it was really funny.
Gosh, hey, is there anything better than booing 10-year-olds? It's like good for the soul.
Booing 7-year-olds probably.
True.
Yeah, but that's the last thing I'll add. Yeah, Utah beat Duke in overtime.
Yeah, that's all I got. College basketball.
Should we Should we move on to a little hypocrisy in the NBA?
Absolutely.
I'm
We
always
all,
down for calling out hypocrisy.
we love hypocrisy.
For those of you who don't know, Jason Kidd,
Head coach of the
is
Milwaukee Bucks.
head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, uh, pretty much a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Agree?
He
Point
probably won't
point
get it
guard.
first time, but
What?
he probably won't get it the first time, but he probably should.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great career. That's what
Yeah.
we're trying to say. Had a great career, but he had some off the court issues in his time there. He's had what, 2 DUIs?
We went and checked it yesterday. He's got 1 DUI, and then he had the infamous domestic violence with
Right.
his wife and when he was in Phoenix.
Right. That was a really bad one. And then well, the DUI, didn't that happen when he was coaching?
Yeah, he was the head coach.
Was he the coach of the Bucks yet, or was he the Nets coach?
He was at the Nets still.
Right. That's what I thought. Anyways, this guy has had his fuck ups off the court. So his players, after a game in LA, decided like, hey, we're in LA. Let's go to a strip club. And I can't remember the name of the strip club. I'm sorry about that. But it was a pretty famous one. So the players were like, let's go there, hear all about it. Why not? And so they were out until like 2 a.m. And apparently that set Jason Kidd off. He's not happy about that.
Don't make Jason Kidd upset, man.
So yeah, in his quotes to the paper, he was saying like, you got to teach these characters. You can't be doing that. Blah 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 blah. And you just like if you're a player who knows about Jason Kidd's past, and
which we all do,
so you have to assume his players do too. When you hear this guy lecturing you, you're just kind of like, huh? Like we just went to a strip club. This dude flipped his car and drove drunk and crashed into a tree, and earlier than that, he beat his wife. Like,
yeah, but like more recent one was like, yo, my man, you just could have killed somebody.
Right.
We went and did something. Was like, I think we're all, well, even though they're a younger team, I don't know if there was like any infractions for people being under 21, but other than that, it's like, hey, we're adults. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, well, there are some strip clubs that are 18 and up.
Yeah. But just, I mean, you figure LA, they probably all serving liquor, so ABC.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it is like the kettle calling the pot black. It's like, hey, come on, J Kidd, baby. Slow down.
Yeah, right.
Have a heart, man. You remember how it felt to be us. You did some shit too.
Yeah, I almost prefer if he just came to the media and be like, you know what? I'm aware of what happened. We're handling it internally, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
To go out and publicly like shame your players is kind of ridiculous, especially when you've done far worse in your life.
Yeah.
And recently.
It feels like he could have saved the little bit of cachet that he had with that statement that you just.
Right.
You need to be his PR, man.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
You think Tyrone?
It's like I know how common sense works, and
I mean,
how not to sound like a jackass all the time.
Except for right here, right now.
Oh yeah, well, I purposely sound like a jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that on purpose.
Are you're like Donald Trump?
Oh man, do not. I mean, I'll take his money, but do not call me the D word.
The D word.
The D word. Don't call me that.
Has he transcended into cuss word range now?
He's getting close to it. I mean, I'm sure his last name would take cuss word level of obscenity over his first name, but
for sure.
But yeah, I mean, what's Trump doing now?
He's not doing anything. I mean, besides the most recent Republican debate, he ain't doing anything too crazy, like making inflammatory statements. However, there was an article in the Washington Post that had some interesting takes that there's been a spike in recent support for Mr. Trump from white supremacy groups, which I thought was fairly interesting. Now, Donald, to his credit, has come out and said, I don't need their support. He didn't really say, I don't want their support. He just said, I don't need their support.
Right.
Meanwhile, the
Yeah.
white nationalists are kind of like, it don't matter, brother. The message that you're saying is what we want. Keep it up, brother. Keep it up.
Yeah. They know that he's like absolutely playing to their fears, though, right? They know that.
Um, I think they do know that, but I think they are kind of just like, well, the message is being broadcast on a grander scale. So like all the pockets that they couldn't catch because they're usually in rural towns, they getting like new recruits.
Right. Exactly.
So they like, yo, whether Donald wants to be a part of us or not, we agree with a lot of the shit that he's saying. I don't know what kind of conclusions you guys want to draw from that, but we don't find anything wrong with what Donald's saying. So keep it up, Donald. You're the man.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting to a point where to me, I don't know how he could win a general election, but I didn't know how he could stay this long as the Republican frontrunner.
Gosh.
So who knows? But I will say this: I didn't really watch much of the debate. I do know that Jeb Bush tried to come out swinging, and Donald's response was pretty much the equivalent of "scoreboard, bitch," because he kept being like, "I'm at 43%, you're at 3. Come at me, bruh." And like he was just saying,
Yo,
he was just
he is, but this is not how debates are supposed to be won. But since we are in the engage, embrace debate, he is knocking it out of the park in terms of deflecting anything his opponents are trying to do.
Oh, right. I mean, there's no denying that. And I think everyone knew that he'd be a great debater and public speaker
Yeah,
in this regard. No, I'm sorry, maybe not public speaker, but a great,
showman.
combatant,
Yeah,
you know. So he's doing his thing, and
but he's also having a good time because he knows that nobody can get into a shouting match with him, right? Because he's the guy we're looking at as like being lowbrow. So if Jeb Bush or Rubio or anybody gets into a shouting match, being like, if Trump says shut up and they come back and say, "Nah, you shut up," like who looks like the bigger fool, Donald Trump or the person arguing with Donald Trump?
right, and that's why they have to keep like what they have to do, and as frustrating as it probably is for them, is they have to keep being like, you can't have this guy, in charge. You can't have a guy who's so
Of your
volatile.
nation.
Yeah.
Of your nation.
They
Not,
got to keep they got to keep plugging away at that. And whenever Donald's like, "Oh, whatever," they just,
I'm at 43%.
yeah.
Check my numbers. They look pretty good compared to yours.
Yeah. You fired.
You fired.
Yeah, that'd be
Yes,
great.
we are really good at Donald Trump.
We are great. We are great. Um
But yeah, shout out to Donald Trump recruiting for the Klan.
yeah, man.
Why are you doing it? Please stop.
Yeah, yeah, he just needs to be like, he's like, yeah, he said I don't want their support, but my following is passionate. So,
Yeah, they real passionate, brother.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh.
Obviously the biggest story of the weekend was Steven.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that was like a handoff.
I mean, that was a lob, dude.
Yeah, my fault. I missed it. I was a Kentucky player not paying attention. So,
Wow.
um,
Wow. I guess I deserve that because
yeah.
they probably couldn't catch a lob.
Nope. 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 Carolina caught a lot of lobs though, but we already talked about that. But yeah, this weekend, big box office smash. Star Wars crushing every record. Now, real quick,
They came out swinging.
they beat a 6-month record, 6-month-old record. Like, because like the previous record holder was Jurassic World, and that came out in like May or June. So it's just like each year movie prices go up, so each year a big movie is going to have a better chance at smashing dollar amount records. So, but either way, it was still impressive. It beat it by like 30 million or something like that. It crushed it.
I mean,
And
it's on pace to beat Avatar.
right. Well, it's all yeah, for like total I think it beat Avatar on the weekend, but
Yeah,
you're right. For total like
gross
gross.
sale.
Yeah. No, I think it will. Cuz it hasn't even opened in China yet.
Yeah.
So like it almost beat Jurassic World globally without China.
Mm.
And I don't know if you guys have been around, but there's a lot of people in China, and I'm sure a lot of them like to see the movies. So,
But apparently they're saying that the movies weren't as popular over there because they just got released. Maybe even they only got the prequels. I'm
yeah,
sure there's still some kind of demand for Star Wars just because, but apparently there might be not as big of a turnout. But obviously through demographics, it's going to be crazy.
yeah. I mean, they'll still get enough people in China to watch the movie to push that number over the top.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I actually was one of those people. I saw it. Um,
You saw the
Sun-
movie?
I saw it Sunday afternoon after the Giants game. Yeah.
Don't ruin it.
No, of course not.
I
I
think
will
I'm
say
going to see
this:
it tomorrow.
you're seeing it tomorrow.
I should be seeing it tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Wait, I thought we were supposed to hang out tomorrow. I'm back in town tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna go see the movie during the day, man.
Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. Um, I get real sensitive about
Yeah,
that.
man. It's all right, man.
Um, but I will say this: I enjoyed it thoroughly. I liked it. Um, and that's really all I want to say about it because, um, and also, did you know that there was a
Oh
black
man, you better
stormtrooper?
stop. You better stop.
There's a black stormtrooper.
There was a black stormtrooper.
Yeah, no, that
Did
was
he
a
die?
joke. I'm not saying anything.
Okay, just testing you.
Yeah, I like the movie though. It was good.
Was Jar Jar Binks in the joint?
I'm not gonna say one way or the
Oh
other.
man, love
Oh,
me some
did you?
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh man, you should have. Have you heard of the Jar Jar theory?
I think I've seen a headline and then I click on
I don't know what you're
it.
doing over there, but
That's
I
oh
can.
sorry,
Yeah.
playing with
So
my bottle opener,
okay. Were you trying to
like
scratch it up?
my actual bottle opener.
Okay.
That code word for penis.
That wouldn't that be a box opener?
I don't know, a box cutter.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's a good one for it.
Hi, look at that. Man, trendsetters over here at PandaWatch.
But yeah, sorry. Now I lost my train of thought. But Star Wars, very good film. Go see it. Lots of fun.
Is that your movie recommendation of the week?
Yeah, I know I talked about it last week too, but I haven't seen any other movies. I saw it. It lived up to my expectations. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Oh, but that's what I was talking about, the Jar Jar theory. So apparently there was a user on Reddit who had listed a whole like essay, college admissions level, you know, essay. And he pointed out that Jar Jar was a Sith Lord as well. That he was really just tricking people to thinking he was dumb, but he was really executing all these maneuvers and manipulating the whole course of the Phantom Menace in the movie. They even showed some clips where they slowed down. When they slowed it down, you can kind of see his lips moving, and he's almost mouthing. He's almost force speaking for the person. Now, for force speaking means like you control someone's mind to have them say something.
That you want to happen.
Right. So there's a couple instances where they showed him doing it to other not Jedis themselves because they'd be too strong mentally for that, but other characters in the movie.
I mean, Jar Jar is that dude, man. I want to believe that theory. I mean,
Me too. That would be amazing if that actually happened. It would mean that George Lucas wasn't crazy, that he was secretly like that. Secretly would have been the best plot line ever. But here's where you can fault George Lucas. he gave up on it apparently after all the backlash from the first episode. So there's so much backlash with Jar Jar that he decided to cut the character back apparently in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's theories that he cut him back in the second one and threw in Christopher Lee as Count Dooku to kind of like make up for Jar Jar's, what was supposed to be Jar Jar's plot.
Because he's supposed to be more vicious, more biting or something.
Right. So, it would have been more of a shocker, and Jar Jar would have fought Yoda at the end of Attack of the Clones instead of Count Dooku.
That would have been stupid.
That would have been amazing, if that's what you mean.
In the what was that? The second one, right?
Right. That was the second one.
It would have been amazing if Jar Jar Binks is fighting Yoda.
Right. So, like,
not to match up with the theory, but
just to see it.
Yeah, just to see it.
Well, apparently that was because, like, the whole thing with Yoda in the original trilogy was he's the creature you meet on the journey that you don't know is the master. Like, he comes off and like, if you watch the second movie again, I mean, the second from the original trilogy, Empire Strikes Back, if you watch that again.
Nerd.
Yeah, I know. He comes off like a fool at first. He's trying to trick Luke Skywalker to thinking he's a lesser being to see how Luke Skywalker will treat him. You know, kind of like a test. Like, how do you treat someone who's a buffoon? And, you know, Jar Jar Binks could have been doing that too. But it was a crazy theory. And there's a theory that he could be back in these trilogies as a Sith Lord, but who knows if that will happen.
If he comes back as a Sith Lord, he's like the first one to die. Does it kind of cancel the theory out? Or does he have to be like a powerful one?
He'd have to be a powerful one because they were saying that he was even more powerful. There's hints that he was more powerful.
How many Sith Lords are there?
Well, Yoda makes a comment in The Phantom Menace saying that there's always two, no more, no less. But I think there's more than that out there. I mean, who knows how many there are? But there's theories that he was even manipulating Emperor Palpatine, that he was even more powerful than him. So that's
Yoda or Jar Jar?
Jar Jar.
Damn, Jar Jar, my man. I knew it. I always knew it. As soon as Jar Jar came on the scene, I said, that motherfucker's got the juice.
Yeah, two more things about Jar Jar and I'll stop. One.
They want to hear this.
One, the voice actor for Jar Jar sent a somewhat cryptic tweet after the theory came out. Be like, it's good to see how your work is how well your work is received even 15 years later or something like that. So he like hinted that was the point all along. Or maybe he's just fucking with them. Who knows? But this and sorry. The last point about
you sure?
Yeah, I know. I lost it midway through. I can't believe that happened. But anyways, I just was saying that.
That's what she said.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. The whole title of The Phantom Menace was supposed to be referring to Jar Jar. That's the other part of the theory.
The Phantom Menace.
He's the menace you don't know or don't expect or don't see. You know, you see Darth Maul, you see the Trade Federation, and obviously you see Jar Jar, but you don't really know that Jar Jar is the one behind it all.
Well, can I give you one fun fact that I heard from one of our kids' parents because they work for Disney?
Yeah, of course.
Jar Jar was based on the character Goofy, the Disney character.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that just shreds the whole theory to pieces.
Right. I mean, who knows? But it's funny though because
that's the beauty of conspiracy theories. Like, who's right? Who's wrong? Who's telling the truth? Who knows the actual?
I think a lot of people want the theory to be true, so the original trilogy or the prequels could have more meaning. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to they want to give the prequels more meaning. So maybe people want to believe that theory. But
word. Well,
it's pretty cool either way.
I guess I'll just have to see the movie and hopefully figure it out for myself.
Yeah.
Maybe I can come up with a crazy theory and get mad famous off it. Trying to get paid.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving off the movies, um, I listened and I bought Prelude to the Darkness. That's what it's called. The Pusha album.
What did you just do? I'm sorry, Pusha T, if you're listening to this podcast, as it was like a real possibility that you could have came on this,
Yeah.
but after my partner, my brother, just ruined it.
All right. Well,
I don't
what's it
know.
called then?
Darkest Before Dawn, The Prelude.
Okay, my fault.
Come on, man. I need you to get these things right, man.
I was trying to give you a compliment and say that the album was amazing, and
I didn't
that.
make the album. Don't give me no compliment.
But you're the one who shouted it out last week.
Because I kind of know what I'm talking about.
I know. I'm
Think of
saying.
me. Think of me like of an art curator. I just put the
Yeah,
whole
man.
collection.
Just take the compliment.
I can't. I just put the collection together, baby, like
All right.
like a real curator would.
Well, having said that, do you have any further recommendations this week?
I mean, it's definitely coming right off of that album that you were just alluded to, "Darkest Before Dawn," the Prelude by Pusha T. The track that we need to listen to is not the star-studded track with Kanye West and J. Cole production and A$AP Rocky and Pusha T and the Dream vocals. We're going with Keep Dealing, Pusha T featuring Beanie Siegel. This song is for my late 80s, early 90s rap fans out there who just want a good storytelling, lyric-driven, minimal beat song. It's real dark. It's real gritty. Pusha T and Beanie Siegel, they get off. And it's vintage B. Siegel, like when he was with Rockefeller. And
Nice.
even you know that Beanie Siegel. He was hungry.
Man, what's that supposed to mean?
He was really wanting to rap well.
No, I meant like even you know.
I mean, you weren't really listening to the rock back then.
No, I wasn't.
There you go.
No.
I mean, shout out to you trying to make yourself sound cooler to all the people out there.
I was trying, man, but you just blew it apart.
I know the truth, man.
Yeah.
We just again on PandaWatch, we're just gonna give you that uncut, raw, that authentic, that real. If you want that artificial, go somewhere else. We're here for you.
Go to Mike and Mike. You want that authentic? Millions of listener shit. Unauthentic.
Yeah, there we go, man. Don't go to them. We are the authentic.
Yeah. So, but yeah, before we go, SNL had Tina Fey and Amy Poehler on it. I guess my expectations were high. I was expecting more out of that episode.
Not fair.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly agreed. Bruce Springsteen and E Street Band was performing. I liked them. They were good. I know you didn't. It's all right. It's fine. You know.
Am I like not a real American if I can't name, besides Born in the USA, another Bruce Springsteen song?
But that makes you the real American because the only song you're naming is Born in the USA.
All right.
Which is actually an anthem against like military involvement, but people don't hear that part of the song. They just hear Born in the USA.
Exactly.
Like, that's America. They don't listen to the part about his brother going to Vietnam and coming back like fucked up and like stuff like that.
Yeah, because people only hear what they want to hear. They're like, no, Bruce, sorry, dude. You already said USA. That's exactly what we want.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we liked a few sketches on that. Meet Your Second Wife was great.
I mean, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, we definitely miss on SNL because you could just see the writing was completely different.
Right.
With their skits and highlighted by Meet Your Second Wife, which was awesome.
Yeah, that was a good one. The squad one was good too. I can't remember the full name of it.
The Nanny
Doom
Squad?
The what?
When they're like the music video one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
You didn't like that? I thought otherwise.
I thought Amy Schumer's part was great.
Yeah, I can't.
You don't like Amy Schumer though.
She's all right. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Her comedy is interesting,
Yeah, it's definitely different.
but yeah,
That was different. Yeah.
I thought Amy and there was a cut for time skit with Cal Mooney, my man with the shaggy hair, about Christmas at Nana's house, and it's him and Amy Poehler playing the roles of brother and sisters, and it got cut, but it's on the internet and it's damn good.
Oh man, I'll have to watch that.
We'll have to attach that to the PandaWatch Facebook page.
Yeah. Look out. We're going to start posting some links to the shit we're talking about. We're not just going to leave you in the darkness.
Yeah.
No offense.
Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Yeah. But yeah, SNL this week was solid.
Oh, it's certainly better than, usual, but I guess I just expected more.
Again, not fair, but I hear you.
Agreed. Oh, the Hillary skit was funny too.
I did like Hillary.
Yeah.
And we had Daryl Hammond come back as Donald.
Yeah. It's always great when he comes back on and does like the voices.
You tell he ain't busy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's always there.
He's probably he had to go at some point because he was on SNL for forever. But really, there's no better place for him than SNL because he can play so many different characters. Absolutely. But I guess after like 15 years, you get kind of tired of it. But you see like everyone else become a movie star.
Except for you.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened?
Yeah.
Well, you're still the man, Daryl Hammond. You're the man.
Agreed with that.
Take us home, man. Take us home.
Take us home. For those of you who don't know, I'm heading back down to DC this weekend, hanging out with my homies.
They don't care.
They don't care. But you got anything else for me, Kev?
I would just like to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, everything. We want to just say happy holidays, enjoy time with your friends and family. Let's hope you guys were good or naughty, or good or nice. Not naughty or evil. You guys might find something in your stocking.
Yeah. Tell them, Kev.
I mean, that's all I'm going to say is just be good people.
I agree. People be good. That's the message.
People be good, man.
Y'all
will be there.
Yeah. All right, people. Until next time.
Oh, one more time. Give it up for DJ Supernova with the intro music.
No, that was his intro music was great.
Yeah, I feel like you should play it on the outro right now too.
Yeah, you know what? I was going to do that. I had it all keyed up.
Did you?
And he just ruined it.
Well, my fault, man. What can I say? Premature ejaculation is one of my favorite things to do.
We already discussed this beforehand too. I was like, I'm gonna play on the outro.
You didn't say that.
I did say that.
No, you did not. That was not a part of the production meeting.
All right. Also on our Facebook page, you will find the G Chat snippet of when I told Kevin this.
Oh, we didn't say this was G Chat. I thought we were talking about this on our Google Talk.
It doesn't matter. It's all recorded.
Oh my gosh. Well, we love you guys.
We do. And until next time, as always, peace, love, and
Chacotas.